So today we'll begin a new chapter from your business study part. Already you have been learned in the economics what is business. But today we will learn a little bit more regarding the background of the business. So the term business is derived from the word busy. The term business is derived from the word busy, and thus business means being busy. All of us need food, clothes, shelter. And we also have many household requirements to be satisfied in our daily life. And these requirements are satisfied by the goods and services. They are satisfied by the goods and services. So we meet our many requirements from the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper gets from the wholesaler whatever we want, whatever the human wants are there, especially goods. Those we get it from the shopkeeper. Shopkeeper, he gets it from the wholesaler. Wholesaler, he gets it from the manufacturer. The shopkeeper, wholesaler, the manufacturer. They all are doing the business. So they are called as the businessman. They all are doing the business. So they are called as the businessman. So business is the economic activity which is related to the continuous, regular production and distribution of goods and services for the satisfying the human wants. Business is the economic activity. So business is the economic activity. The business is the economic activity which is related with the continuous and regular production and distribution of goods and services for satisfying the human wants. Continue. So human wants are innumerable. Day by day there will be more itself. Yourself and myself. So our wants are innumerable. So we can't satisfy our wants. So today we need pani puri. So tomorrow we want gobi manchuri. So day after tomorrow we want another item. So such our wants are innumerable. So to satisfy those wants, the production and distribution plays a very important role. The production and distribution plays a very important. So that is called as the economic activity. So next we will see economic activities. So human beings have innumerable wants. To satisfy our wants, we need goods and services. Goods are produced by the agricultural industries, and we require many services like education, hospital, bank, etc. They are given by the certain professionals. These goods and services are to be distributed among us. The activities which are concerned with the production and exchange of goods and services are called economic activities. The activities which are concerned with the production of goods and services. Are called economic activities. The activities which are concerned with the production and exchange of goods and services is called as economic activities. So in economic activities, further is types of economic activities it has been divided. Broadly classified or divided into three types. So it has been classified. So it has been broadly classified into three types: business, profession, employment. So there are three types of economic activities. So question may come for 1 mark. Name the three types of economic activities: business, profession, employment. So first we will study regarding the business. It is mainly concerned with the production and exchange of goods and services. Business. It is mainly concerned with the production and exchange of goods and services. Business. So business is mainly concerned with the production and exchange of goods and services. So next, profession. So it is mainly concerned with rendering the specialized, technical and professional services. is mainly concerned with the rendering. Mainly concerned with the rendering of specialized technical and professional services. For example, lawyer, teachers, doctors, accountant, etc. etc. So it is a profession. They have been specialized. They have been trained. They have been trained in their profession. For that work, they will get money. Next, employment. Next comes the employment. It is a work undertaken by people under an employer for salary or wages. For salary or wages. For example, agricultural labor, industrial labor, and those who work for their daily wages. So ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೂಲಿ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಗದ್ದೆ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. They have been given a fixed number of money for them. So that is called as the wages. Dinagoli. So employment. It is a work undertaken by people under an employer for salary or wages. For salary or wages. Agricultural labor, industrial labor, etc. So these are the three types of economic activity. These are three types of economic activity. So all are interlinked. All are interlinked. In the productive business, they do business for the sake of earning money. Profession, for the sake of earning money. Employment, for the sake of money. By that money, he will satisfy his innumerable wants. So that is called as the economic activities. So next, another concept comes in. Exchange. So before going to exchange, so here in the economic activity, business, profession, employment, what is been exchanged? They are renting a service. So business, they are giving the certain goods and services. They are giving certain goods and services. When you go to shop, so free of cost you give money? No. You have to give the money. You give the chocolates. So that is important. It's a business. He earns money for you. Profession. My profession is that, sir. I am not doing a free service in the school. So for my work, the institution or the school will give, the management will give money for me. It's my profession. I am earning. Next, employment. Those who go for work in the agricultural field, in the industrial sector, etc. So they are working, they are getting the money. All are earning the money. Exchange of money itself for their goods and services. For their services, exchange of money itself. So exchange. So exchange, the distribution of goods and services is called exchange. The distribution of goods and services is called exchange. Exchange is connecting link between the production and consumption. Exchange is a connecting link between production and consumption. So exchange is the link between production and consumption. It is a link. So whatever the goods and services we are getting, there the exchange of money. So you come to school, you will get education. So you will pay the school fees. So it is the exchange. It is a exchange of money. Exchange is a connecting link between the production and consumption. The goods produced in the place have to reach the consumers in the different parts. During the course of production, the producers take into consideration of market study, transportation, storage of goods, determination of price, advertisement, etc. So all these aspects included in the process of exchange. All these aspects are considered. So today we have money as a medium of exchange, and through the money, exchange goods and services take place. The exchange system has become the foundation of business. The exchange system has become the foundation of business. For example, you will go to watch a movie. So free of cost, you will get into theater? No. You have to give the money. You have to purchase the ticket by giving the money. Then you will get the entertainment for 3 hours. Entertainment 3 hours. So it's a type of business. So whatever is there in the business activity, exchange plays a very important role. Whatever we want, there is a exchange of money. There is a exchange of goods for the cost of money. So today, the money is the medium of exchange. Each and everything is being valued by money itself. Valued by money itself. So here, consumption is the art of using goods and services. Consumption means art of using goods and services. Consumption means art of using goods and services. So who uses the consumption? So consumption means art of using goods and services. So who uses the consumption? We, the consumers, ourselves, myself, yourself. So those who live in the society, each and everybody, living the animals. So consumption. Consumption means nothing but the art of using goods and services. So consumer is the person who buys the goods and services for his or her consumption. For his or her consumption. So next we will move towards the evolution of growth and commerce. Evolution of growth and commerce. So now leave this one. Till here we have been completed one thing. You confused. So now evolution and growth of commerce. So already while studying in the history lesson, pre-history, how was the man living there and what was his work? Just a food gatherer, hunting, fishing, etc. He was just a food gatherer. Means, why I am saying this? Earlier, in the ancient or in the prehistory or in the earlier ages, so business has not existed itself. Sorry, business has not existed itself. Slowly, day by day, year by year, the business came into existence. Yes, business came into limelight. So evolution and growth of commerce. So all economic activities of human being is considered as commerce. All economic activities of human being is being considered as commerce. Is being considered as commerce. It includes production, business, industry, banking, insurance agency, advertisement, transportation, and other factors which facilitates the exchange of goods and services to the consumers. It's called as economic activities. So, evolution is the change of activities that take place over a long period. Evolution and growth of commerce. Means, what is the change that we have been witnessed in the business activities or in the economic activities of a human being? From the earlier stage, from the Stone Age to the present, from the Stone Age to the present, from the prehistory to the present. How the man was leading his life without the economic activity in the earliest stage. So here, the evolution that has taken place in the commerce may be called as the evolution of commerce. May be called as the evolution of commerce or the history of business. The evolution that has been taken in the economic activity may be called it can be called as the evolution of commerce or the history of business. Commerce is the part of business which is concerned with the distribution of goods and services. So evolution of commerce has crossed over several ages to achieve today's position. So today what we are having, today we have been in the modern days. Today we know, today money will not take money itself in our pocket. Just will take a small card. Or else no need of card also, just certain numbers are enough, a code word is enough. So that is we are in this stage. But earlier stage was not like that. Certain stages are there. The important stages of the evolution of commerce, or evolution of growth and commerce. Growth of the important stages of evolution of growth of commerce. So the important stages are hunting and fishing stage, pastoral stage, hunting and fishing stage, pastoral stage, agricultural stage, handicraft stage, barter system of trade stage, money and economic stage, town economic stage, international trade stage. So these are the important stages of business activity. We can say the important stages of trade and commerce, or the growth of commerce. The important question for the 3 marks. Remember the evolution of, what are the important stages of evolution of commerce. So first, in that the first concept of the hunting and fishing stage. So here it was the earliest stage of the human civilization. During this stage, man was just a wanderer. He was leading a nomadic life. He was just a wanderer. There was no fixed place. He just moved from place to place for the survival. He was just hunting animals, gathering the fruits around his environment, fishing, catching a fish, not with the valuable equipments, with the whatever equipments he has been found in the environment. With those equipments, he was hunting, fishing. He was just a food gatherer. So there is no economic activity itself in this stage. In the hunting and fishing stage, there is no economic activity itself. Just think how the man was living. He was not aware of clothes itself. Even he was eating a raw food. Means there is no economic activity itself. So that was the hunting and fishing stage. So next, after a long period, he moved towards the pastoral stage. So during this stage, the people learned domestication of animals. In the second stage, they learned the domestication of animals. In the beginning, cattle, sheep, goats were being reared. The animals provided food to eat and skin to cover their body. And they moved from one place to another in search of grassland. So two men had reached some higher level than the hunting and fishing stage. But there was no economic activities in the pastoral stage also. So next, he moved towards the agricultural stage. After several years of pastoral stage, so he moved towards the agricultural stage. So here he learned, the people of the human learned the art of growing crops. And they learned in agriculture stage, they learned art of growing crops. And he started to live, means when crops have been grown, so he has to live in particular place, because he can't take crops from one place to another. So he started to live in a group. And commercial activities started. The villages and communities came into existence. Simple form of division of labor started. But still, the economic activity has been not existed. In the agriculture stage also. Next, he moved towards the handicraft stage. So here, the agriculturist wanted some tools or implements. They wanted house to live. To fulfill these requirements, some people engaged themselves in making tools and also in the construction houses. They were called as craftsmen. Gradually, the body of these professional craftsmen, such as carpenter, blacksmith, weavers, builders, came into existence, and they started a type of work, not completely not completely specialized, but somewhat they started. These craftsmen, they started somewhat work in the community. And they carried the production of goods to their houses itself. And they supplied to the agriculture. Already agriculture activity has been started somewhat. And they needed some tools. So these craftsmen, they provided tools. But there was no exchange of money. What they did? The tools were being provided to the agriculturists. In return, the agriculturists, they gave them the food grains. They gave them the food grains. Provided. What? It is nothing but the exchange of goods. It is nothing but the exchange of goods to fulfill their requirement. So this has been called as the barter system of exchange of goods came into existence. So this has been called as the barter system of goods came into existence. Barter system of goods came into existence. So means here after handicraft came, so people or human beings moved towards the barter system stage. Barter system stage. Barter system stage. So barter system is nothing but the exchange of goods to goods is being called as the barter system stage. Exchange of goods to goods is being called as the barter system stage. So here the division of labor enable quick production of goods. Goods produced were directly exchanged. The direct exchange of goods for goods or other things is called barter system of exchange. The direct exchange of goods to goods or goods to other thing is being called as the barter system of state. Barter system of exchange. Some problems crop up. Some problems arise in the barter system. Some problems arise. So the important problem which arises in the barter system, the important problem that arise in the barter system are lack of double coincidence of wants. Lack of double coincidence of wants, lack of common measure of value, difficulty of subdivision, difficulty to store goods and to transfer. These were the problems existed during the barter system. So here in the barter system, certain problems were there. Lack of double coincidence of wants. If two parties exchange goods to each other, we call it as the coincidence of wants. But such double coincidence were rarely found. So example A is having paddy and he wants wheat, but B is having wheat, but he wants jowar, and he is not prepared to take paddy. He is not prepared to take paddy. Means here A, B and C. A, B and C. A is having paddy and B is having wheat and C is having jowar. But A wants jowar. But C is not ready to take paddy. B wants paddy, but he is not ready to take jowar. This is because of the lack of double coincidence of wants. If A and B, he is having paddy, he is having jowar. So it is being called as exchange. It is a coincidence of wants. But many a time, wants were not coincidence. So the lack of double coincidence of wants. So it was one of the major problem in the barter system. So next, lack of common measure of value. It was very difficult in deciding the quantity of one commodity. So we can't measure gold and silver as a same, or gold and iron as a same. So this was the problem. Lack of common measure of value. So it was a barter system still. Goods were being exchanged. So A is having a cow. So A is having a cow and B is having a ship. Can it be exchanged? So in barter system it may be exchanged, but the measure of value The measure of value was not proper. We can't consider cow and sheep at the same value. So this was another problem, lack of common measure of value. Lack of common measure of value. Next, the lack of subdivision. It was difficult, it was very difficult to divide one animal or a thing, to divide one animal or two, to cow. So for one cow, how many sheep should be given? How many sheep should be given? Such difficulty of subdivision arises. And next, difficulty to store the goods and to transport. The movement of goods from one place to another was another major problem, and to store the goods for the long period was another problem. So these were the major problem in the barter system stage. The barter system stage. So roads were not proper, means good roads were not there. The roads were not developed itself in that stage, and to preserve certain goods for a long time, a certain chemicals or the whatever we use in the modern days. So such facilities were not there. So there are major problems in the barter system. So after barter system, we move towards the money economy stage. Money economy stage here. The money economy stage. Somewhat the human being, he has been civilized. Somewhat. Time you have been seen from the hunting and fishing stage. So how the improvements, how the day by day, how we have seen the improvements. So yeah, somewhat the money economy stage. So to overcome the difficulties of the barter system of exchange or barter system of exchange, the medium of exchange were used. For example, skins of the animals, cow shells were used as the medium of exchange. Later on, they brought a particular shape of weights and used them as the medium of exchange. Later, copper, silver, gold coins were important to exchange. Later on, the paper money was being exchanged. And they used paper money was being exchanged. The notes were being exchanged. Bank system came into exist. To fulfill and to support the government nowadays, the bank money in the form of checks, drafts, bills, credit card, debit card, etc. play a very important role. So means money economy. So today, earlier by studying about the dynasty or the kingdom we have been studying, they have been using the gold and silver coins for the exchange for the medium of exchange. Slowly that will rise. So today we are having the paper money. So after we came towards the paper money. But today we are not using the paper money also. We are using the plastic money. We are using just ATM card is enough. Just the ATM card is enough, or certain pin code is code word or the whatever the password is been given to you, that is enough in the modern days. So this is the evolution of the economic activity. So today banks are there. If you go to banks, in the banks certain procedures are the checks, drafts, bills, etc. So but today in the money economy state, we are in the certain state where we use the plastic money. ATM card is there. Credit card, debit card. So they are enough. Credit card, debit card. So they are enough. This is the evolution of business. So next we move to the town economy stage. The introduction of bank money has the medium of exchange. Resulted in the fast growth of commerce. Of the people. In the beginning, they produced the goods. The producer started to meet. They started to produce the goods, and these producers they started to meet in a fixed place. For a periodical market. It is called a periodical market. And exchange the purpose. The best example is this. So every Tuesday we are having a market in the city itself. So all the producers they come from the different places. They will gather in the one particular place, and we the consumers we go to the market and we will exchange the goods by using the money as the medium of exchange. So they called it as the local market. Gradually these local market developed into towns and the centers of supply of goods. The merchants came into existence. They invited the craftsmen in the particular place and collected the raw materials. And started producing the finished product and supplied it for the consumers. During the stage of commerce development, largely the market extended far and wide. During the stage of town and economic stage, people started to come from different places. They gathered in one place, exchanged the goods. So it gave a widespread development of economic activity. Not only in one particular place, one particular town, city or the country, widespread. The spread all over the world. So that will move towards the last stage, international trade stage. So geographical discovery took place. So before going towards the international trade stage, so geographical discovery already you have been knowing. You have been learned the earlier previous course. Geographical discovery. So who discovered India? Suddenly you will say Vasco da Gama. So it has been discovered in 1490. So geographical discovery that took place during the 15th and 16th century. 15th and 16th century gave a way for the wider economic activities. To spread economic activities all over the world. Or you can say it as the globalization. All over the world. So Columbus discovered America, Vasco da Gama discovered the new sea route towards the India. Magellan, a Portuguese navigator, took a voyage of the whole world itself, a circumnavigation. So these are some important stages in the development of the international trade. So as the new sea routes were being discovered, so people from the different countries, they moved towards the different newly discovered countries and they established the colonies, established the markets. They took the raw materials from one place to another place, and this paved a way for the international market, or you can say it as the international trade stage. So here in international trade, so geographical exploration played a very important role. So after geographical exploration, the industrial revolution, which witnessed in the 1917, played a very important role in the economic activity, the industrial revolution. The industrial revolution which took place in England and the geographical discoveries helped for the large scale production of goods, not only for the local market, even for the world market. Standardized goods were being produced, and with the help of the machines, standardized goods were being produced with the help of the machines. The revolution in the transportation, communication helped for the expansion of the market. The production of goods was carried out not only for the local market, but for the international market, as well as for the national market, as well as for the international market. So this is the clear thing regarding the evolution and growth of commerce. So these are the important stages. So this is regarding the component of business. Thank you.